a very good job of remembering that stuff. So, I am going to explain to you what we're going to do, okay? So, we've been doing worksheets just on converting the fractions to percents. We're going to enhance it, okay? To include your lives, okay? We're going to include your lives, your culture, and figure out sentence problems on how we can create fractions and then convert them to percents, okay? So, for instance, let me give you an example. The thing is, guys, is who you are as people is extremely important, okay? Who you are, your culture, what you do, what you believe, people in your family, people in your cottage, things you care about is really important. And I want you guys to feel like that's valued in this classroom. Like you're respected, who you are as individuals is valued. I've spoken with my homeroom kids about that. If you don't ever feel that way, talk to us about it, okay? I want you guys to feel like you're important and who you are as a person is important in this classroom, even if we're just mostly dealing with numbers, okay? So that's why we're doing this lesson. So for example, like I said, we're gonna come up with sentences. Okay, so here's an example. Okay, I could say, I grew up in a home with my mom, who's a woman, okay? With my stepdad, who's a man, with my older sister, who's a woman, and with myself, I'm a woman, okay? So, if I look at this, how many total people are there in my home when I grew up? Isaac?
4.
4. Okay, that number is my denominator, okay?
Cool.
All right, now, how many women are there?
3.
3, okay? So that number becomes my numerator. Exactly. There's my fraction. Out of my sentence, out of my story, out of my personal life, you guys know that 3/4 of the people that I grew up with in my home are women, right? So what I do is I do 3/4, right? So I grab my calculator, I'm going to borrow this, and I do 3 divided by 4. I get 0.75, 0.75. Then I times it by 100. Okay? And then I get 75%. And then you can say it in 2 different ways. You can say that in my home, 3/4 of the people in my home were women when I was growing up, or 75% of the people in my home were women. Okay? This is just a way for us to get to know more about each other, for you to be able to share information about yourself. Like I said, that's important. We want to know. So I'm going to give you a list of topics, okay, that you can choose from to form your sentences. And I don't want you guys to feel like this is too complicated. We're going to sit with you. We're going to help you form your sentences. And then what we're going to do is, when you've thought about what you want your first sentence to be, you're going to come up to the board and we're going to write it together, okay? Me and you guys. You'll each have a chance to come up to the board and write your first sentence. But what we have to do first is pick 3 topics out of the 6 that I'm going to give you to choose from, okay? So here are your 6 that you can choose from, okay? And I'll say them a couple times and then you can write down what you want to do. I'll actually write it up here, okay? This is stuff that may be important to you, may not be. That's why I want you to choose 3 things out of these 6 that really matter to you, okay? The first one is religion, okay? I'm going to write all these up and then you can pick 3. Another one is your physical residence. That means where you live, okay? The area you live in, the city, okay? People you live with. That could be at home, that could be in the cottage. What else? Let's see. Ethnicity. Do you guys know what ethnicity is? It's kind of like your race, okay? But it also incorporates your beliefs. Race, black, white, Hispanic.
Oh, I know what that means.
Ethnicity is a little bit more, okay? So you can do whatever's easiest for you. You can do your ethnicity or your race, okay? And these are just topics you're choosing from, and I will help you to form these sentences, okay? Food. Food you enjoy. Food people in your lives enjoy. And languages, okay? So, take a few minutes, and out of these, religion, physical residence, people you live with, ethnicity or race, food, or language. Just pick 3 and write it down on your paper that you did your warm-up on. Okay? Yes, I need